Hi, it's Christian Harris, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about the 6 sources of a slip. Now, fundamentally, whether or not someone slips comes down to the interaction between their heel and the floor. So if you have sufficient friction on your heel and sufficient friction on the floor itself, that clearly produces a reaction as the heel strikes the floor, and you're very unlikely to slip. Conversely, if you've got insufficient friction on either the heel and or the floor, then there's a chance that you will slip. But remember, we can all self-address from a slip. So that might result in a near miss, or it might result in nobody even realizing that they've had a near miss, but actually they've done something slightly differently when planting their heel on the floor to prevent themselves from slipping. So think about an ice skating rink. We could all walk across an ice skating rink without slipping over, but we'd be walking slightly differently than normal. We might be walking in a more flat-footed way, a bit like a Roman centurion or something like that. However, were we to walk on that floor as we normally would, there's a very high likelihood that we would slip. Now, that's the very basic stuff, but actually surrounding all of that, so what could stop somebody from being able to self-address? There are kind of 6 factors to consider. So the first is the floor. Secondly, the contamination on the floor. Thirdly, which is related, the cleaning of the floor. Fourth, environmental factors. Fifth, people factors or human factors. And sixth, footwear. Now, looking at slips in a holistic way, we need to consider all 6 of these factors when determining our risk assessments. If you can tick every single box on every single one of the 6 factors, you're very unlikely to have slips. Conversely, if you are struggling to tick any boxes on any of the 6, you're probably going to be having quite a few slips. So I think you need to really start understanding where you sit on all 6 of these factors to really think about a strategy for how you can mitigate your risk and see fewer accidents taking place. Now, we have a digital diagnostic tool called the Slip Safety Scorecard, and what this does is it asks you a series of questions. There are about 40 questions in total. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to complete, but it will ask you questions about all of these 6 factors, and then the result of the questionnaire is a personalised bespoke report which will benchmark your performance on all 6 areas versus best practice and give you some hints, tips and hacks on how you can improve your score and reduce your risk. So I think this is a great step for people to take in the first instance if they want to try to think about how they can deal with these 6 sources of a slip and start to make some headway on reducing risk in their buildings. You can find the scorecard at www.slipsafety.co.uk/scorecard. I hope you check it out. I hope you find it useful, and I look forward to receiving your reports and seeing how we might be able to help you to reduce your risk in the context of the 6 sources of slips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on another video soon. Bye.